Hey guys, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. Hello everyone, I hope that I'm live right now. If you guys are able to listen to me properly as well as there's no issues with the audio or the video, please do let me know. No issues. Okay, great. So how are you guys? Is everybody all right? Please let me know, guys. You're live, no issues, no problems. Amazing, amazing. So how are you guys? All good? Everything is good. Everything is fine. Great. I'm also fine. Thank you so much for asking. So great. So yesterday, can somebody let me know what are the different things that we learned about some of the interesting topics that we have covered yesterday? Let's recap over it once before starting today's class. What are the different things that we started learning yesterday itself, guys? Please let me know. Okay, so we started off with HTML. Great. So paragraph tag. Okay, great. Div tag. Okay, amazing. HTML. Okay. So we also learned about basics, HTML basics. So whatever we have studied yesterday was the basics of HTML that we have learned. And yesterday we learned a bit of theoretical knowledge that we gathered over HTML, and we were able to start off with a little bit of practice, a little bit practical as well on HTML. Today we are going to start off with some of the problem statements. So what I will try to do today is we'll have some problem statements, some easy problem statements that I've set for you. So maybe like I'll just show you an image and we'll try to recreate that image in HTML. So that is how usually a front-end developer's daily life also looks like. So whatever I'm trying to do right now, basically I'm trying to show you guys how a front-end web developer would work as like the very basics, a very like window into their daily life on how they work at the end of the day. And in the meanwhile we also be able to gain the practical knowledge that we need. Okay, so it will be very easy, guys. Don't worry about it. Okay, सर कल भी अटेंडेंस नहीं लगा पाए, प्लीज बताओ अटेंडेंस कैसे लगाएं. Puneri boy, I think the yesterday's attendance link is still open. I haven't closed it because it was the first day. I'm able to understand many of you were not able to understand how to set up the attendance link. So go to yesterday's video. The last 20 minutes I've explained in the proper manner on how to fill up the attendance form. Okay, where the attendance form will be made, how the attendance form will be showed. So you will have to go there and watch it again. Okay. Sibin, so that was a question that somebody asked to me in Hindi. So that is the reason why I had to repeat that stuff in Hindi itself. Don't worry about it. He was just asking me about how to fill up the attendance. As many of you guys might not have filled up the attendance for day one, I have still kept it open so that you guys, it was day one, I'm able to understand many of you guys are joining us for the first time today. So please do watch the last 20 minutes of the video. You will be able to understand how to fill up the attendance. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yes, Navdeep, this code needs to be same as well. Okay. What is the use of doctype HTML? Okay, great question, Tanmay. So many of you might have seen this particular line of code when you were using the HTML page itself. Those who haven't seen it as well, I will just explain it once. Okay, so give me a second. Let me just open up Code Sandbox. So yesterday we were using, I think so this was the Code Sandbox that we were using yesterday. Let me just open it up once. Yeah, so I think so this was the Code Sandbox that we were using yesterday. So some of you might have seen sometimes. Let me open up this on the browser. Let me close this up, remove this from the screen. Just the code should be visible to you guys. Okay, so many of you might have seen this particular line of code written in start of the HTML pages, doctype HTML. Okay, you might have seen this particular line of code, okay, present in various HTML websites that you are able to have. The current version of HTML that you are learning, this HTML that you're currently learning, is called as HTML5, of the 5th version of HTML. Let me just give me a second, guys. I will just open up the live chat as well so that I'm able to see what you guys are typing. Otherwise, it won't be of any use just blabbering right over here. Give me a second, guys. I'm just opening up the live chat on my phone. Okay. Great. So I'm not starting off with the class. This is just a doubt that a particular person has asked right now. So I'm just trying to make you guys understand. So this particular line of code, that is doctype HTML, you will be seeing it in various HTML pages that you are able to see. Now the current version of HTML that we are learning, that is the latest version of HTML, is HTML5 that we are learning right now. Now, whenever you are learning HTML5, before that version, okay, before HTML5, whenever you were starting, right, basically in HTML1, 2, 3, and 4, whenever you were creating an HTML file, whenever you were writing a code in HTML, you had to include this particular line of code to basically tell different browsers, different versions of browsers, that this particular document, doc type, okay, this particular document is of the type HTML, that is HTML5. This particular document is of the type HTML5. This is what this particular line means. But from the newest version of HTML, the browsers and the files themselves already understand this is an HTML5 code itself. Okay, if it's a previous version of HTML, it has the capability. Right now, the documents, the browsers have that capacity to convert your HTML4 code to an HTML5 code. Although that might give you some errors, but this basically is written to basically make sure that your browser interprets your file as an HTML5 file itself. Okay, but right now with the latest versions of HTML5, you don't have to write this anymore. Okay, so I'm removing this. You don't have to worry, you don't have to write it. That basically states to the browser that this is an HTML5 file. But right now the default version of HTML has become HTML file, so you don't have to put it up in the file again. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. HTML is not case sensitive, guys. HTML is not case sensitive. Don't worry about it. Can we use VS Code? Yes, of course you can use VS Code. Notepad++ programming. So guys, don't use Notepad++. You are not a 10th standard child, okay? Use some type of IDE. At least use VS Code. If you don't have a good laptop, then you can definitely choose Code Sandbox as well. It handles everything that you're doing in VS Code. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Yeah, it's not necessary to include doctype HTML. So basically try to understand, before HTML5, when HTML5 just came into being, up to that point of time, HTML4 was what everybody used. All the browsers render your code in HTML4. So you needed to tell the browser that this is an HTML5 file that you have created. So for that, you had to include doctype HTML. For that, you had to include doctype HTML to tell the browser that this is an HTML5 HTML5 version document itself. But right now, as the default has become HTML5 right now, so you don't have to include doctype HTML anymore. So this will be your basic file itself. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. The attendance link always work. If the attendance link is not working, that means you have made a spelling mistake. The attendance link always works. There's never a problem with the attendance link. Okay, great. So shall we start off with our today's class? Please let me know, guys. Shall we start off with our today's class? Please let me know, guys. HTML4 is the 4th version of HTML. HTML5 is the latest version of HTML. Okay. Great. So let's get started with our today's class, guys. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Let me just remove this. Wait. Require. Okay, so first of all, we'll be starting off with our HTML coding, practical coding right now. Okay, the purpose of this problem set is to help you practice writing HTML code, because we want you to guys to build the confidence and mastery over the basic HTML syntax. So that is the aim of these problem statements that we have created as of this particular moment. Okay. Now, helpful resources. Whenever you want to search something about the HTML code itself at any point of time, you want to reference something to HTML code at the end of the day, one of the best places to do that is the MDN references. Okay, so this is for the Mozilla Developer Networks itself. Let me just open that for you. So MDN HTML, let's just search for MDN HTML. As you're able to see, this is the MDN web docs. Any type of article, any type of HTML command that you want to find, you will be able to find it right over here. Just let me change the theme to dark theme. Yeah, now it looks like I'm a developer. Okay, so any type of information that you want to get on HTML, any type of specialized tags that you want to learn about, you can definitely check up the MDN web docs. Okay, it's the best place to look at that. So for example, right over here, if you're going into HTML basics, what is HTML, anonymity, all the different things that you want to learn about HTML, you will be able to do that. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. So this is the best place to go further with. One of the most well-maintained and the most up-to-date articles and resources that is available right now on the net on anything related to web development, you will be able to find on MDN web docs. Okay, so that is the best place that you can go further to. The second best place, of course, is the boot camps that we have right over here at DevTown. But yeah, officially, this is the best place to use at the end of the day. Okay, great. So let's move on from right over here. So what we are going to do is we are having some problem statements, as you're able to see on your screen. So this is a problem statement that you're able to see, make a button. Okay. So for this problem statement, you have to do is type out the HTML to create a button element. Okay. So this is how you will be able to see a problem statement, a simple problem statement. We want to have an H1 tag right over here on the screen that is saying this is a button. Okay, we want to have an H1 tag right over here on the screen that says this is a button, and we need to have the button as well on the screen. Okay, we need to have the button as well on the screen. So that is what we want to do right now. So let's go back to our code sandbox. So are you guys able to understand what we need to do? We have got an image, we have got a problem statement. Are you guys able to understand what we need to do? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. What we need to do, are you able to understand? Please let me know. Great. So let's get started upon this right now. Let's go back to our code. Let's see what happens on our website right now. So this is the current website that we have. We already have an H1 element, but we don't want a paragraph element. We want a button right over here. Instead of a paragraph element, we need to have a button right over here. And the political, that is what the H1 is saying. We need to have this is a button right over there. So what we'll be doing is we'll first be removing the paragraph tag. We don't require the paragraph tag anymore. So let's just remove this. Inside the H1 element, we need to have this is a button. Let us save this right over here. Go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, we are having the text that is this is a button on our screen. Now we need to have a button as well. Okay, now we have to create a button called as click here and then 2 exclamation marks. So for that, what you want to do is you want to go back to your code and then use the tag button button. Okay, that is the basic tag to creating a button as well. As you're able to see, so easy. This you have to write button and it just creates the tag for you. Then whatever you want to put inside the button, you have to put it in between the opening and the closing tag. That is click here and then 2 exclamation marks. So button, that is the tag that we are using to create the button, and whatever text that we want to have inside the button itself, you're putting it between the tags, between the opening and the closing tag. So let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. Okay, so as you're able to see, we are having our this is a button right over here as well as our click here button on our screen. So we're easily able to recreate the image right over here using HTML, CSS, HTML. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. Guys, I've already shared the attendance form. Guys, you guys have seen it, am I right? We have already shared the attendance form with everybody. Just let everybody know that we have already shared the attendance form. We don't know where the attendance form is. Okay. If anybody is asking about attendance form, we have already shared it. We don't know where the attendance form is. Okay. Just let them know. Okay. That we already have the attendance link. We don't know what you are trying to say. Okay. You guys are able to understand what I'm trying to say. Am I right? You guys will be coming for the next 7 days, every single day, giving 1.5 hours to learning stuff. You don't want anybody else to get certificates, am I right? You want to be the only person to have the certificate in your resume. So, if anybody is asking about attendance, just let them know that it has already been shared. We don't know where the attendance is. Okay. Let me just block this particular person. Great. Okay. Sir, I asked about can any other language replace JavaScript in web development in the future? Luciferus, I'm not able to read your name, but this is the same question as asking that, okay, can flying cars replace the normal cars that we drive right now in the near future? Yes, of course, flying cars can replace the normal cars in the future after like maybe 20 years, 25 years, maybe. But should you learn to how to drive a flying car right now? No, you should learn how to drive an automatic car first of all. Okay, before that, a manual car. So that is the basic thing. JavaScript, even if there is a language that might, we cannot say for sure, that might replace JavaScript in the future. JavaScript is being used in the industry for the past 30 years, for the past 25 years. Okay, and it has never been changed. But maybe 25 years from now, it might be changed. Should we learn that right now, or should we concern ourselves that I need to get placed in the next 4 years? At that point of time, JavaScript is the language that will be asked to me in my interviews. What should I focus upon? That's totally up to you. Okay. I love coffee. Okay, let's move on from right over here. So let's move on to the next particular question that we have. Okay, so we have seen the H1 heading. Okay, we have seen the H1 heading as of this particular moment. Okay, we want to see some other headings as well. So there are 6 different heading forms that like is present. So H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Okay, these are the 6 different heading that are currently there as of this particular moment. Okay, so as you're able to see, these are the 6 headings that let me just zoom in a bit so that you guys are easily able to see it. Okay, these are the 6 headings that are currently there. So H1 is having a size like this, H2 has a size like this, and so on and so forth. There is no H7, there is no H0. It's from H1 to H6, with H1 being the largest and the boldest, and the H6 being the smallest in size. Okay, so let us get started with learning that. So let's go back to our code. Let's just delete the button. Okay, and this is H1. Okay, let's just write that right over here. Let's just copy paste this 5 more times, and let's change the numbers H2, H3, H4, 5 and H6. Similarly, this also needs to be changed. Change that H2, 3, H4, H5 and H6 right over here, as well as the closing tags. We need to change it to H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6. Let us save right over here. Let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. And as you are able to see, we are having our H1, H2, H3, H4, H5 and H6 on our website. Okay, are you guys able to see this? Please let me know. Every day there will be a new attendance link, guys. Of course, that is how we'll be taking up the attendance. Are you guys able to see? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. There is only from H1 to H6. There is no H7, there is no H0. Okay, only H1 to H6, and the size that you're able to see. So H1 is the largest. Okay, H3 is exactly half of H1. H3 is exactly half of H1, and H6 is exactly half of H3. Like, you are able to understand the hierarchy in this. Okay, okay, great. So let's move on to the next particular part, making a list in HTML. Now you must have seen these type of unordered lists. So these are called as unordered lists right over here, because there are no numbers. Okay, there are no numbers. You're having these bullet points. Okay, and then you are having a list. Okay, so how to create this type of lists in HTML? Let's try to understand how to create these type of lists in HTML. Let's go back to our website. Okay, let's go back to our code. Let's remove everything from right over here. Let's remove the div tag as well. We don't require the div tag. Okay, why do we need a div tag? So let's remove everything from right over here. Now a list has two particular items. Okay, a list has the list itself. You need to define that. Okay, whatever follows, whatever is between these two tags is a unordered list. Okay, it's an unordered list. So the tag for that is UL. Unordered list basically means bullet points. You don't have any numbers or any symbols that basically identify the, okay, this is point 1, this is point 2, this is point 3. So that is an unordered list, a bulleted list itself. So for that, the code is UL. Okay, that is the UL tag, or the unordered list. Okay, that is the unordered list. Now inside every unordered list, there are items present in the list itself. There are items, that is the bullets that are present in the list. Now each of those bullets is called as a list item. Each of those bullets is called as a list item. Okay, so that list item is basically li. Okay, for each of the items that is present inside the list, you have to put it up as li, or list items. The first list item is html. Now you want to create, so if I'm saving this right over here, going back to my website, reloading the page, as you're able to see, we are going an html on our website. Utkarsh Raj, please be patient. Okay, changing colors and everything, that is something that we'll be doing in CSS. Like I said, I'd like to take everything from basics. I could have directly started out with like responsive websites and Bootstrap and Tailwind CSS. You guys won't be able to understand a thing. Everything I will be teaching you guys, but from basics. So please be patient, guys. Please try to listen to me properly. Try to understand as much as possible. Okay, so as you're able to see, this is the first list item. This is the first bulleted list, or the first list item. Okay, now if you want to create more list items, then you have to write another li tag, another list item. This is the CSS. Then another list item that you want to create, so li, that is your JavaScript. Okay, let's save this right over here. Go back to our website, reload the page. Okay, and as you're able to see, HTML, CSS and JavaScript as unordered list on your screen. Okay, HTML, CSS, JavaScript as unordered on our screen. Okay, the next thing that you need to understand is this is called as an unordered list. Okay, who is not able to understand unordered list? Please let me know. Who is not able to understand unordered list? Please let me know, guys. Who is not able to understand unordered list? Can somebody let me know? I will explain it once. Okay, once again, don't worry about it. So you want to create this unordered list. Okay, this is called as a bulleted list because there is no order. There is no 1, 2, 3 ranking in this. So this is called as an unordered list in HTML. Now, each of these items, okay, so whenever you are having a list, whenever you create a list as home, okay, you are having a list items. Okay, you are having items in that list. So HTML is one item, CSS is one item, JavaScript is another item. So although this entire thing is an unordered list, so first you need to create UL tag. You need to use the UL tag to basically declare that whatever I'm going to write in between the opening UL tag and the closing UL tag is an unordered list. Now all the elements that you want to insert, all the items that you want to insert inside of that, you'll be creating a li tag. Okay, that is a list item. There's a list item. So first of all, it is HTML, first list item. Second of all, it is another list item, that is CSS. You want to create another list item inside the UL tag, that is LI, then JavaScript. Okay, so I'm saying this right over here, going back to my website, reloading the page. As you're able to see, we are able to create an unordered list right over here with 3 list items, right over there. The second thing is, so you have learned about unordered list. Okay, you have learned about unordered list. Now you need to understand about ordered list. Okay, that is, instead of having bullet points right over here, you're having 1, 2, 3. Okay, instead of having bullet points, you're having numbered itself. So if it is numbered, if the list is numbered, that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, in that particular case, it is called as a ordered list. Okay, that will be called as a ordered list. Okay, so for creating an ordered list, you just have to change this ul to ol, basically to declare that the list items that are currently there inside of this list is an ordered list. So you have to just change the ul to ol. You have to change the ul to ol. Doing that, all the list items now that are present inside this list are ordered in nature. So if I'm saving this right over here, going back to my website, reloading the page, as you're able to see, just it is taking a time, I don't know why. As you're able to see, we have changed the order of the list. So we are having 1, 2, 3 instead of having bullet points. Are you guys able to understand this? Are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. I'm not able to see the live chat, guys. Okay. Now, what if in this ordered list, I don't want to have 1, 2, 3. I don't want to use 1, 2, 3 for making this ordered list. I want to use ABCD. Instead of 1, 2, 3, I want to use ABCD. So for that, you can go back. You just have to write another attribute. You have to tell the ordered list another attribute. That is type is equals to, let's say, having capital A. Okay, let's have capital A right over here as the type. Okay, so now instead of having numbers, you will be having capital letters A, B, C as your ordered list. If I want to change it to maybe small ABC, okay, I can go back, I can change the attribute. Attribute is some additional information about this tag. So if I want to change this to small a, let's say, let's run this once more time. Let's go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, now we have changed the type to small ABC. I want to change it to Roman numerals. Let's say small Roman numerals itself. So I will write the type as I, okay, because that is for Roman numerals. So I will change the type to I. I will save this right over here. Go back to our website, type as I, okay, type as I. Go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see now, it's Roman numerals right over here. I want to change it to capital Roman numerals itself. Again, go back to our website code, OL type. I want to change it to capital I, and then save it. Go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, it has been changed to capital Roman numerals. So you can use this additional information along with the OL tab. You're having this tag additional information. This is called as an attribute associated with that particular tag. This is called as an attribute associated with that particular tag. Now each tag has a lot many number of attributes. Let's go back to our HTML basics. Okay, let's try to find the OL tag right over here. Let's OL tag. Yeah, I'm not able to find the OL tag. Okay, getting started with basics of the web. HTML basics. Let's just try to search for it. OL tag MDN documentation HTML. OL tab right over here. So as you're able to see, this is the OL tab, and you will be able to see all the different attributes that are associated with this. So type. So as you're able to see, this is the type attribute. Okay. So the type attribute can take up a small lowercase capital, uppercase capital, a lowercase numeral, uppercase Roman numeral, numbers. That is by default. So you don't have to specify it. It will by default take it as numbers itself. So this is the type attribute associated with the OL tab. Okay, so there are various different attributes that we have. Now this is just an example of how attributes can be used. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Okay, so now one more interesting question that I have been asked right over here, and I find that very amusing that many of you didn't ask me this question. What if I don't want to start from A? I want to start from C. I want to start counting from C itself. I don't want to start from A. What should I do if I want to start counting from C? There is another attribute associated with that. Okay, there is another attribute associated with that, and that is, for example, I want to, so if I'm saving this type as A, okay, saving the type as A, if I'm running this particular line of code, as you're able to see, it starts from A, B, C. The counting starts from A. Now if I want to change that, I don't want to start from A, I want to start from some other letter itself. So another attribute that I can put is start. Okay, another attribute that I can put is start, and I will put start as, let's say, 3. Okay, let's say 3. If I'm putting start as 3, let's see what happens to our website. As you're able to see, we are starting from C, D, E. So A is 1, B is 2, C is 3. So you're starting from 3. So any type of number that you put inside start, any number that you put inside start, that will be the starting point where you will start your counting of the list itself. Maybe I want to start from numerals. So let's take up the Roman numerals. Let's save this right over here. Go back to our website. Now the start is 3. So it will start counting as 3, 4, and 5 instead of 1, 2, and 3. So another attribute. So 2 attributes that you have learned with the OL tag are the type attribute that helps you select the type that you want to show, and the next is the start attribute, that is where do you want to start counting. Where do you want to start counting? Now if I wanted it in reverse order, okay, so although I can tell you right now that you just have to type reverse, but like if you're typing reverse and just like let's remove start so that we are not confusing ourselves, let's go to our website, let's reload the page. Okay, so it will start counting from 3, 2, and 1. Okay, similarly if I'm taking up A, okay, and just saving it, now if I'm reverse counting it, will start counting from C, B, and A. Okay, so that is how it will work at the end of the day. Okay. Okay, so Prahlad has asked a good question. What if I need squares instead of bullets or tick marks while creating a checklist using the unordered list? Now that is something that I will give you guys as a homework. Okay, that how to change the bullet points in the unordered list. Find it out. Okay, it's very simple. If you have, I've already told you guys where to look forward to it, what to Google search for it by the OL tag. Okay, so check how can you change the bullet points that are currently present in the unordered list. Try to find that. Dude, who the fuck is this? Guys, if you see some message that is inappropriate or something like that, please do report it. Okay, we want to keep this a place that is friendly for students as well as kids and everybody. So please try to make sure that if anybody is putting something that is less than appropriate, then do report them. Okay, it will be very helpful for me as well. Okay, thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much. So language learner is telling me to mind my language. Okay, great. Uh, don't report me. Report that guy. Okay, so let's start. Okay, Abdu has reported me. So yeah, that happened. Okay, so type is equal to square. So people have found out as well. Amazing, guys. You guys are very quick and very smart as well. Amazing. Okay, so let's continue from right over here. Please let me know. Let's continue from right over here, guys. Should we? So I'll try to keep the session a bit light. I will try to joke a bit as well. Don't take it personally. Okay, if somebody is taking it personally, I don't know you, you don't know me, I don't care. But still, okay. So let's enjoy the session as much as possible and learn as much as possible as well. Let's move on from right over here. Now we have already learned about trees, okay, how we can represent a website in the format of trees itself. So right now we have here a tree that you are able to see inside the body, and we need to recreate this on our website. Now this paragraph tag is a part of the div tag. As you're able to see, it became white. Okay, the line connected to it became white, so we are not able to see it right over here, but that is present. Okay, so let me just draw this line for you guys. So this is like something like this. Okay, so we need to create this tree on our website. Okay, on our website we need to create this tree. So inside of body we need to have an h1 element and a div tag. Okay, so let's first create that. First we are having a body element. Inside of that we need to have two children, that is the h1 and the div tag right over here. So let's go back to our website. Okay, I mean, so our coding block, let's remove everything inside of body. First we need to have an h1 tag. So let's create an h1 tag right over here, and let's put some content inside of it. So this is a tree. Then again, the next particular child that the body has, the first child was h1 that we have created. The next one is the div tag that we need to create. So let's create the div tag as well. So div tag, not div. Okay, inside of the div tag, as you're able to see, we need to have two different children tag as well. We need to put two different children tag as well. Okay, so that is, both of them are paragraph tags, and both of them needs to contain some content as well. So let's go back, let's create two paragraph tags right over here. Let's just type something blah 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 blah, and let's create another paragraph tag. Let's type something random inside of that as well. Okay, let's save this. Let's go back to our screen. Let's reload the page. So as you're able to see, we are having the h1 tag and two paragraph tag. But is this following the same hierarchy? Is this making the same tree like structure that we needed? Okay, so let's look at that as well. I think so. I have the HTML tree generator. As you're able to see inside the body tag. Okay, I will just increase the size if that. Okay, I'm not able to increase the size of this. Okay, I hope that you guys will be able to see this tree right over here. Okay, you're having the body tag, and inside the body tag you are having two tags, h1 and the div tag. And inside the h1 tag you have nothing, that is the content. Inside the div tag you are having two paragraph tags as well. Okay, so as you're able to see, the body tag, the h1 tag, the div tag having two paragraph tags. So you're easily able to see, okay, you are easily able to see that we have made the exact same tree that was needed. Okay, we have made the exact same tree that was needed. Again, many of you are asking the div tag itself. Again, I'm explaining it to you guys. Div tag is just a container. Okay, you need a box. You needed a box inside of which you could put different tags together. Okay, if you can put different tags together and pack it up inside a single container. So that is your div tag. Why we need a div tag, how we will use a div tag, that we'll study while studying CSS, not right now. You will not be able to understand the importance of the div tag right now. Right now, you just need to understand one thing, that is div tag is like a container. Div tag is like a container, a box inside of which you can put other tags. Okay, so just think about it in such a way. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know. So what is the need of converting this tree to the code? Khushi won't be able to understand this, but when we will be going into full stack web development at any point of time, there will be a concept called as DOM manipulation, where you will have to manipulate the DOM to get content rendered on your screen. At that point of time, you will get the format made in a trees type of structure itself. To think about how the containers will arrange themselves, you'll make it in a rough page as a tree format. Nobody goes out directly on a code editor and starts coding. He's an idiot if he's doing this. He will be planning everything out, and at that point of time you will be planning everything out in the format of a tree like structure, and then you will be coding it out. So that is the reason why I told you guys this particular concept. You'll not be able to understand right now, but at a later stage, if you are pursuing full stack web development or front end web development, you will be able to understand the importance. Okay. Where is this? Now we need to make a link inside of HTML. Okay, we need to make a link inside of HTML. Okay, please tell how to save HTML text in code sandbox to view in browser. Abhinav, you will have the browser opening up on the right hand. Yesterday I've told you guys on the right hand side you have the browser. Just click on that particular button on the top right side. It will just open that browser on a new tab itself, and then you can continue coding. Okay. Are you guys coming up late to the bootcamp? Because like right now itself, I explained dev tag and somebody is again asking it. Can you list out the browser extensions that you're using for this? Sure, I will just list out the browser extension. One of that is called as HTML tree generator. Okay. And the other one is called as web developer. So you can just search for that HTML tree generator extension. So the first that I'm using to generate the HTML trees is basically this particular extension, HTML tree generator right over here. Okay, if you want, I can give you guys the link for the same as well. I'll just post it in the live chat if you guys want. Okay, and the second one that I was using yesterday for disabling CSS and JavaScript on the website, that was the web developer or development. Just check it once, web developer. So web developer developer extension. Okay, so that is the web developer extension right over here. I think so. This is it. Yeah, so this is the second extension that I'm currently using for disabling the CSS and JavaScript. You can definitely look into that as well. Okay, if you want, you can experiment it with this. Is coffee essential? If you are becoming a software engineer, you have to wake up till 4 o'clock in the night. You need coffee in your life. You need dark mode. You need coffee. That is the basic requirement of becoming a any type of developer. Okay. Okay. Others, if the coffee is disturbing you, then you don't deserve to be a software engineer. Coffee is the holy grail at the end of the day. Okay, let's continue right over there. Can we make responsive websites without using CSS? Can you drive a car without your tires? Yes, you can, but your car would be like cut, and you don't want that at the end of the day. That is the reason why you use CSS. Okay, so make a hyperlink. So what is a link? Okay, whenever you visit a website, you have links to different website. You click on that particular word and it takes you to some other website as well. So that is where you have the concept of links right over here. So we need to create a hyperlink. Let's move on from right over there. Let's remove everything from our screen. We don't need anything right over here. And let's create a link for our website. To create a link, it's very simple. You use the anchor tag, okay, or the A tag. You have the anchor tag or the A tag right over here. Now inside that you are having the href, that is the reference. Okay, that is the reference right over there. To which website do you want it to refer to? Okay, which website do you want this particular link to connect to? And in between the anchor tags, this is called as an anchor tag. Okay, this is called as an anchor tag to put up a link. Now so you need to put up a text on which you are able to click. Let us put the text as, let's say, Google. Okay, let's put up the text as Google right over here. So you want to link the website to Google itself. So if I'm going to my website, reloading my page, I'm able to see Google right over here, and it looks like a clickable link. But if I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening. Okay, if I'm clicking on it, nothing is happening. The reason for that is that you haven't put where this link goes to. you haven't to put up right over here where this link goes to. You need to tell, okay, you need to put the link right over here. So this takes you to google.com. Let's say this takes you to google.com right over here. You need to take up the entire https www.google.com, copy it from right over here, go back to your website, write the link where you want this particular website to go to. Okay, so you want to take it to https google.com. Okay, you want to save it right over here. Okay, you can't want to go to our website, reload the page. Now if you're clicking on Google, if you're clicking on this particular button, it will take you to the website that is google.com. Okay, if you click on this particular web, you will be able to take to google.com. So that is how this works. Are you able to understand? Please let me know. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Simple. You want to click create a link. Okay, this is how a link is created. This is how a link looks like. Whenever you click on this, it will take you to that particular page. To create this, you have to use the anchor tag. Okay, you have to use the a tag or the anchor tag. Now anchor tag has a attribute associated with it called as reference. Okay, called as reference. So basically you are referencing to this particular website, that you want it to go to this particular website. Now in between the opening anchor tag and the closing anchor tag, you put the text that basically becomes your clickable link. You put the text that becomes your clickable link. Okay, so again, very simple, nothing too complicated, very simple. Okay, let's move on to the next particular page. So now let's try to understand how a web developer actually works. So basically there is a concept called as a designer. Okay, a UI or a UX designer that is basically present nowadays. It's very common to have a UI UX, like a mixed designer itself, who is able to do research and everything and create mockups of websites. Now what do you mean by mockups of websites? Now these are not websites themselves, but images of how a website should look like. Let's try to understand this. Okay, let's try to understand this. Let's go to Dribble, one of the best websites. Yeah, I know that I don't know the exact spelling of Dribble. I'm so sorry. Like, there's a lot of B's right over there. Okay, so now this is an amazing website to get mockups of websites. Think about this as PDFs of how a website should look like. These are not websites. These are not websites built in HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These are just images. These are just images of those websites that people have created. Images, videos. Okay, these are not exact websites. As you're able to see, you will be able to see so beautiful websites. Okay, such beautiful websites that you're able to see right over here. And these are just images of the websites. So usually web developers are being provided with these mockups themselves. Web developers are only provided with these mockups themselves, and they have to look at these images and then recreate it using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, they have to recreate it using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Let me show you some of the mockups that we have created at DevTown. So like, give me a second. I have to log into it, the platform. I haven't opened up the platform in a very like while. Okay, so right over here, give me a second, it is still loading up. So for example, let's look at the DevTown bytes. So we created the DevTown bytes that we have shown it to you guys. Okay, so this is website. Okay, this is an entire website that you are able to see, that you are able to go and visit at devtown.in/bytes, and you are able to see right over here. So this is a website that is being created using HTML, CSS and JavaScript. Okay, means other technologies as well. I'm just like making it very easy for you to understand. Okay, so as you're able to see, this is a proper website that you can go and visit before creating any website, because in coding there is a lot of time that gets involved. You cannot spend that much time every single time to create a new website and make changes accordingly. So first of all, you create a sample of that website. You create a mock-up of that website itself. As you're able to see, why DevTown website is not in dark mode. We are currently working on the mockups for the dark mode. We are not able to incorporate the right colors that we need to showcase on the website. That is the reason why it's currently in the light mode itself. So as you're able to see, this is not website. These are just individual pages that has been created using Figma, that is a software. And you can do that as well. Okay, as you're able to see, all the websites. Basically, before creating the website, you create these mockups. The UI UX designer creates these mockups for you, so that you are able to see how a website would look like at the end of the day, and how you want to proceed with it as well. And once that mockup has been created, then it goes to the coding, then it goes to the developer, that is the front end developer or a back end developer, to create this for you, okay? And then you end up with a website. So similar to that, okay, let us look at how a small example of how this entire thing would work. Okay, so we have got a mock-up from the UI UX team. Okay, we have got a small mock-up from the UI UX team. This is a website that we want to create. Okay, this is a website that we want to create. Now this is just an image of that website. We want to use HTML to create this. Okay, we want to create this using HTML. So we have got image. Now we'll be looking at it, we'll try to analyze it. Okay, so in the starting we are having a very bold heading, so let's take this as an h1 element itself. Okay, let's take this as an h1 element itself. Then we are having this, so this is almost half of the h1 element, so let's keep this as a h3. Okay, but this particular portion is not like normal, it's italics, so we will have to keep this in italics itself. Okay, we will have to keep this in italics itself. Now we are having this normal text, this is not bold at all, so I think so this would be a paragraph text. Okay, then we are having an image right over here, so that will be an image right over here. Okay, then we again have a normal text right over here, so that would be again a paragraph text. Okay, then we are having a unordered list, so this is an unordered list right over here, so that will be a ul tag, that is an unordered list. So I will basically try to first analyze, because this is an image, I'll try to analyze it from right over here. Once I've analyzed it, I will go back to my website. Okay, I will go back to my website and I will start coding it. Okay, I just remove everything from right over here. The first line that we want to create is an h1 tag. H1 tag. Let's look at it. List of highest paid jobs in 2021. Okay, let's change that to 2022. Let's update it. Okay, so list of paid jobs in 2022. Okay, let's create that. So we are having the h1 element on our screen right now. Let's look at how it looks on our website. So we are having the list of highest paid jobs in 2021. Okay, I've made a spelling mistake right over here. Okay, so next what we want to do is the next is by Shaurya Sinha. Now see, somebody would be asking, sir, why h3, why not h2? Okay, so see, you could write h2. Okay, let's do that. Let's go back to our website. Let's do this right over here. Instead of h3, let's use h2 right over here. So h2 right over here, and by Shaurya Sinha. Okay, let's put up a hyphen right over here. Let's save this, go back to our website, reload the page. As you're able to see, something feels off. If you will be seeing this as well as the website, this looks a bit smaller. You look at this and this, it looks a bit smaller. So you have to analyze that. This is trial and tested. You have to try and test and just see everything once again. Okay, you will do something, you will come back to the mockup, you will see this. Is it look the exact same? Is it a bit different? Okay, you have to analyze it in that particular way. I know that is it an h3 because I have created the mockup. So I already know that. Okay, but you have to do it in such a manner that you need to understand. Okay, you need to try and then test it out. So again, this looks a bit smaller than what is needed, so we need to keep it a bit smaller, that is h3. I'll change it to h3 right over here. Let's save this right over here, go back to my website, reload the page, and now it looks a bit similar. Now it looks a bit similar to what we needed it to be. But the problem that still continues, okay, the problem that still continues is that Shaurya is in italics. Shaurya Sinha is in italics. Okay, Shaurya Sinha is in italics. But right now the Shaurya Sinha that is coming on my website is normal. So I need to convert that into italics right now. So for that we are having another tag, that is the italics tag or the I tag. Okay, you are having the I tag. So just the Shaurya Sinha, I'll put it up inside of the I tag. Okay, just Shaurya Sinha, I'm putting it up inside an italics tag. Okay, just Shaurya Sinha, I'm putting it up inside the I tag or the italics tag. So that is basically making just Shaurya Sinha, because whatever is present inside the italics tag as your italics. Okay, so let's go back to our website. Let's reload the page. As you're able to see now, Shaurya Sinha comes as italics right over here. Okay. Next, we need to look at the April 22, 2021. So let's change it to April 22, 2022. Okay. So let's have that as a paragraph tag itself. Go back to our website. We need to create a paragraph tag right over here. APRIL April 22, 2022. Let's save this. Go back to our website, reload the page. We are able to have April 22, 2022 as our screen as well. Okay. The next thing that we need to see is the image tag that you are able to see right over here. We need to take image tag right over here. Okay, so now this image, let's try to find it out. I know the image. Okay, I should. So usually whenever a designer is providing you with a mockup, all the images, all the assets that he is using, he will be providing you with it. So let's search for that. I know the image is basically the MDN logo. Okay, so just search for MDN logo right over here. Let's use this particular black logo for right now. This is not the logo that I wanted. We needed the blue logo, so this is the logo that we'll be using. Let's just save this. Okay, save image as, let's save this as favicon 144. We have saved this. Okay, we have downloaded the image. Now we want to use that image, so we have to upload it into our files as well. So we will be uploading our image that we have downloaded. So let's just upload favicon 144. So that is how we'll be uploading it. Now we want to get the name, so let's rename and just copy the name from right over here. Okay, let's go back to our index.html, and now we need to insert an image right over here. Okay, we need to insert an image right over here. Okay, so let's insert an image, so that we will be using an image tag. Okay, img or the image tag. To insert an image, we need to use the image tag. So we will be getting img right over here. Okay, so now there are two attributes associated with an image tag: the src, that is the source, that is the image that you want to insert, and the alt, that is the alternate text. We will be understanding about both of these attributes right now. Don't worry, don't start asking, sir, what is this? Okay, wait for a second, I will be explaining it to you guys. Don't worry about it. Right over here, you are having the src or the source. Where is that image? So this image is currently present in the same folder that you are in, and you want to create this particular folder. So that would be a /, and you have to use the favicon. Let's just paste it right over here. So favicon 144.png. Okay, right over here. Let's go back to our website. Let's see if the image is coming up on the website or not. So right now you are able to see the image on your website. So basically, I've uploaded the image. I've uploaded the image in files called as favicon 144.png, and I've in the source, I've just told basically the image. I've told image that I want to use this particular favicon image. Okay, I just want to use this particular favicon image that is present in the same directory. Okay, present in the same directory. So the source is this particular image right over here. Okay, so that is where the image is located. Which image do you want to use? Okay, the / basically says that in this particular folder, in the current folder itself, this is present. Okay, the next is alt. Okay, the next is alt or alternate text. Okay, the next is alt or alternate text. I will answer Neat. I will answer your question. Give me a second. Let's try to first understand the image tag. One that has been completed, I will be answering Neat's question. Okay. So right over here, the alternate text basically means that, so right now there are screen readers. Okay, whenever you are using a particular website, you have screen readers as well. Blind people using your website, they will be using a screen reader to basically understand your website. Now Google basically ranks your website by understanding it as well. Okay, so whenever you are searching for web development and which website should rank first, okay, which website should be shown to you first, is basically how Google is first able to go through all your websites, understand it, and then rank it at the end of the day. So to help it out, to help screen readers to understand your website, now if there is an image, a blind person cannot see an image. A blind person cannot see an image. Now sometimes that image might not load up. The image, due to some bandwidth issues or some internet problems, the image might not load up. So what was that image? Okay, how to know that? For that you are having the alternate text. Okay, so if there is a screen reader involved, the screen reader will basically read, because the screen reader cannot understand what that image is. So it will be reading through the alternate text. So whenever it comes to here, it will be reading through whatever you have put up in the alternate text. For example, MDN official logo. So it will read through this particular alternate text. So for example, if the bandwidth is not working properly, the internet is not working properly, instead of rendering the image, it will render this particular text, that is alternate text, that is MDN official logo. Okay, if you are using a screen reader, instead of because ignoring the image, it will read out here the image is of the MDN official logo. Okay, so this is where the alternate text is used. Whenever you are not able to see an image, whenever you are not able to use the image, the alternate text will be put up right over there. Okay, so this is the image tag right over here. This is the image tag. Now, one of the things that I wanted you guys to ask, so whatever the questions that I'm able to see, I was not impressed by that. One of the questions that I expected, okay, you guys to be asking me is, sir, up till now we were using a opening tag and a closing tag right now. Shaurya, we were using an opening tag and a closing tag right now. Why does the image does not has an opening or a closing tag? Why does the image does not has an opening and a closing tag? Why is it having just like the image tag? Okay, there's no opening or closing tag. This is something totally different. Why is that the case? Because when you have an opening and a closing tag, you want to put some content in between them. You want to put a content inside of that. Image does not need any content inside of it. Image is a self tag itself. Image does not has any type of content inside of it. Okay. As you're able to see, you are not putting any text inside of the image. Where you will put text inside the image itself? There's no place to do that. Okay, so this is called as a self-closing tag. Okay, this type of tags, this type of image tags are called as a self-closing tag. You don't have an opening image tag and a closing image tag. It's a self-closing tag itself. As you're able to see at the very end, you are having a backslash and then the closing tag. That basically means that this is a self-closing tag. Okay, and you use an image tag to insert an image inside your website. Okay, to insert an image, you use the img tag. That is the image tag. It has the source. Okay, that is where the web image is. Okay, that is one of the attributes. And the second is the alternate text. That is an alternative to the image. Okay, are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Each session is of 1 to 1.5 hours, guys. I've told you guys yesterday as well. That was very, very, very sweet. I need some water. So I told you guys that I will be answering one question that somebody asked to me after I've finished this image tag. Can somebody remind me whose question that was? I totally forgot. And the live chat got filled up with yes, so I'm not able to see it. MDN official logo, no issues in that. So basically that is the alternate text if the image is not loading up. I've already told you guys 3 times. Okay, if the image is not loading up, then the alternate text will be shown. If you are using a screen reader, the screen reader cannot understand an image, that what this image is of, so that will be putting right over there the alternate text. It will be reading out the alternate text for you. So for example, for blind people, okay, for blind people, they are not able to see your website, so they use a screen reader to understand your website itself. Okay, so that particular thing, they basically go through the alternate text because they don't understand. Screen readers don't understand image. So instead of telling what the image is, they will be telling that here is the image of MDN official logo, whatever you have put up inside the alternate text. Okay, I asked that I will be answering one of the questions. I forgot whose question it was and I forgot the question as well. Can somebody let me know, like that person, can he write the question again? Okay, yeah. Needs question. Yeah, I remember it. Is it legal to use the mockup directly from the website, or will it invite any copyright issues? Okay, great, great. Amazing question. So I told you guys about Dribble. I told you guys about Dribble right over here. Okay, the best place to look forward to designing websites themselves. So let's look at web designs right over here. And as you're able to see, there are a lot many number of web designs. Now the point is that some of them are open sourced. Okay, some of them are open source. Almost every single one of them you can use on your website for education purposes. For education purposes, as soon as you are using it for commercial purposes, as soon as you are using a particular like dribble art or dribble mockup for commercial purposes, in that particular case you will have to contact the person who have created it and will have to take up like permission from them or pay them for their designs. Okay, the second thing is, yes, you can take up inspiration. So why I have told you guys to look at dribble is to take inspiration from these websites. These websites are amazing to take inspirations from. Take inspiration, like, okay, this is how I can design a website. Okay, this idea, this pattern looks extremely beautiful, I should implement that. Take inspiration, don't copy. Okay, you want to be original, you don't want to copy it. Okay, okay. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Great. So now that we have inserted the image as well, next we want to put up a paragraph tag saying this is the list of highest paid jobs in the IT field in 2022. So let's go back to our website. Let's create a paragraph tag. This is the list of the ESTP paid jobs in 2022. So we have created the paragraph tag as well. Now after the paragraph tag, let's just check whether everything is working or not. Reloading the page. So we are having this is the list of highest paid jobs in 2022. So that also looks perfect. The next that we want to put up is a particular UL tag of data analyst, full stack web developer, and software development engineer. So let's put up a UL list, an ordered list right over here. Again, we need to have an unordered list. Okay, don't forget that. So inside the unordered list, list items. So we need 3 items. Data analyst. The next list item we need to put up as full stack web developer. And the next list item that we need to provide is software. Software development engineer right over here. So let's reload the page, and as you're able to see, we have created the mockup. We have created the exact same mockup that we need to use. Okay, the exact same mockup that we need to use. Okay, so we are having right over here, and as you're able to see, we are having the same mockup here as well. Let me just like let these everything. So that it looks a bit nice. As you're able to see, we have created the exact same mockup that is present right over here on our website using just HTML. Okay, are you guys able to understand this? Please let me know how to change the size of the image and everything. We'll be dealing it with CSS. Again, HTML, don't use HTML to do beautifications of your website. Use HTML only to create the structure of your website. Only the structure of the website. Changing the size of the image, changing the color, changing the background color, changing anything, any style aspect should be changed using only CSS. Why we do that is because that helps the website to run a bit faster. Okay, because now HTML is just rendering out the structure of the website and CSS is making up the painting job. You don't have like one coat of HTML that is doing the painting, and then another code of CSS that is doing the painting. That takes a lot of time to render on the screen. So to make your website a bit faster, you just write the structure in HTML and then the beautification in CSS. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know, guys. Are you guys able to understand? Please let me know. Great. Next thing that we will be starting out with is CSS. Now, please try to understand that maybe HTML will take like 2-3 pages of code, maybe 5,000, 3,000 lines of code. But when you code in CSS, when you really code in CSS, it will be like 6,000, 10,000 lines of code that you will be writing in CSS. So CSS code looks something like this. Okay, this is how when you will be coding properly in CSS, it will look something like this. Okay, I'll just put up an image of how a CSS code looks like, and how you'll be able to recognize a CSS code at the end of the day. Okay, so we'll be starting out with our CSS code, and we'll start out with understanding CSS code as well. First of all, let's try to understand what CSS is. Cascading style sheets or CSS is used to beautify your website. Any type of color change, size change, any type of animations, any type of anything that you want to make on your website, use CSS for the same. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we'll start CSS from tomorrow. Don't worry about it. Okay, I'm also able to understand that you guys are tired. Okay, so before stopping today's class and showing the attendance link, there are 3,667 people live with us right now. Can I expect 3,500 likes as well? Please let me know. Expect 3,500 likes as well. Please let me know, guys. Can I expect 3,500 likes as well? Please let me know. Once we have hit the aim of 3,500 likes, I will show the attendance link for today. Okay, let's keep that as a deal. Up till that point of time, guys, those who want to connect with me personally can definitely reach out to me on my LinkedIn page. Okay, that my LinkedIn profile. I understand that many of you don't have my LinkedIn ID. Just search for Shaurya Sinha. Okay, you will be able to reach out to me. I'm the co-founder at DevTown. Okay, do connect with me. It would be amazing to be able to interact with you guys as well. Okay, I will try my best so that I'm able to get to know you guys as much as possible, talk to you guys as well. So again, those who want to connect with me, do reach out to me. It will be amazing to connect with you as well. Okay, as you are able to see right over here, this is my profile, Shaurya Sinha. Okay, so I have 28,000 people who have connected with me on LinkedIn. It will be great to connect with you as well. If you want to connect with me unofficially, you can connect with me on Instagram. Okay, I'm there on Insta as well. It's totally up to you. But in the meanwhile, I will suggest you guys to follow DevTown. Okay, so every single day on our Instagram channel, we are posting great content right over here. Okay, every single day you will get amazing content that you can go through and try to understand different stuff that you need to know as a developer, as a programming expert at any point of time. And we have every post that we have right over here has some type of KBC at the end, so that we are also able to interact with you and give you some kind of like validation at the end of the day. Like, you will be learning on a daily basis. We have created the entire thing in such a way that there will be some jokes. We'll be having some jokes as well. Let me just search for one of the jokes. That's been very long time since we have put up some meme right over there. It has been a very long period of time. Okay, so for example, this is one of the jokes that we had made. So while coding and while doing the code review with the seniors, so as you're able to see, like, we will try to keep this interesting. We need to create a good community of people, a good like circle of people around the globe who are ready to help each other out at the end of the day, who are ready to be a part of a community that is bigger than anything possible. So that is our aim at the end of the day. So it will be great to see you guys connecting with us, connecting with DevTown on these platforms. We are trying our best to keep this entertaining as well. So any type of suggestions, any type of feedbacks that you have at any point of time, we would be thrilled to have that feedback as well, and we'll try our best to work upon that feedback and get back to you with amazing content. So that is our aim and our promise as well. Okay, so we promised you guys that we'll be putting out CSS for free on our website. We have already done that. The next thing that we are going to put up is Java, an entire program on Java from the utmost basics to the most advanced level on YouTube for free. So currently we are in the editing process of that. Once the videos have been edited, we will be posting it on YouTube for free. You can go through it, you can do it. We will try it. So some of the students have told us that we wanted to be certified as well. So we are trying our best to bring some companies in so that we are able to certify those C++ and Java programs for free for you guys. So we are trying our best. We are coming up on every single thing that you guys are asking us from. You can also connect with me on Instagram. So DevTown follows 3 people. Karan Bajaj is one of our mentors at DevTown that we have. So they only follow 3 people: me, my co-founder, that is Ashish Modi, a data engineer at KPMG right now, and Karan Bajaj sir. So you can definitely follow me from right over here. Interact. Okay, so the community can only be as big as possible as the community that is you guys. Try to interact with us. Okay, try to answer the questions properly, go through every single thing, learning is a particular process that you never have to stop. Continuously learn at any point of time. Okay, and always feedback is very important to us, so please provide us with great feedback so that we are able to put upon it as much as possible. Okay. Oh, so after telling so much, like, still we haven't reached our goal of 3,500 likes. Guys, I will show the attendance as soon as we are reaching 3,500 likes. So please try to make sure that we are 3,800 people live with us right now. So if it's possible, let's try to take up the number of likes to 3,500. Is that possible? Can I expect that much from you guys? We are trying our best right over here. This also keeps us motivated and shows that the community is really trying to help. Like, the community is coming together to help everything grow at a much faster rate than possible. Okay. Sure, you can use OL instead of UL tags as well. That's totally up to you guys. Okay. Okay, so I will just give a recap of what was taught in our today's class. So we went through some of the important mockups that we saw, and we tried to implement it using HTML. We learned about the UL tag, we learned about the OL tag, we learned about the attributes associated with those tags, we learned about the H1 to H6 tags, we learned a bit about the button tag, we learned a bit about the image tag. So these was all that we were able to do today, and from tomorrow we are going to start off with CSS as well. So I think that we guys are ready to start off with CSS as of this particular moment. Guys, I'm blanking out my screen for 2 seconds. Okay, I'm blanking out my screen for 2 seconds. As you're able to see, I'm still there. So don't say that the screen is not visible. I have blanked it out for just 2 seconds, guys. So give me a second. Okay, so as you're able to see, I'm there, I'm still there. Yes, I know the screen is blank. Don't worry about it. Okay. Okay. So this is day 2 of today's class. From tomorrow, we'll be starting off with CSS. We'll try to cover up CSS in the next 2 days. That will be our aim, that we are able to cover up CSS in the next 2 days. Okay, it will be very easy. Don't worry about it, guys. I will try to take things as easy as possible. Okay, once we have covered CSS in 2 days, we'll be starting off with Bootstrap CSS as well. Now, Bootstrap CSS is very important, guys, for us to understand. Bootstrap CSS is very important, guys, for us to understand. So because that will be using some of the concepts of Bootstrap, we will be using in our project as well. That is the reason why Bootstrap is very important. Now Bootstrap, I consider it as a stepping stone. This is not something that we'll be using in production, but we will be considering it as a stepping stone. There's a lot that we need to learn after that as well, but this bootcamp basically takes it to the next level. Okay, so always be ready for the same, guys. Okay, so again, we have almost reached 3,500 likes. No worries in that. I'm able to understand that 400 of you didn't like the class that we had today. No issues in that. Okay, I hope that you will be able to join us tomorrow as well. Same timing at 6 o'clock. We'll be having 1 hour to 1.5 hours of classes every single day. From tomorrow, we are going to start with CSS. Please be ready, guys. We'll be having an amazing time learning all the concepts. I will try my best that you guys are able to understand everything as well. Okay, so right over here, I'm sharing the attendance with you guys on the screen. You can take a screenshot for that. Again, this is a YouTube video. Okay, you know where the attendance link is. This is a YouTube video. You can stop the video, you can scroll it back, you can watch it again. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so you can stop the video, you can scroll it back, you can watch the video again. So that's totally upon you. You don't have to worry about it. Okay. Okay. So the link has been shared with you guys. Again, this is you can take YouTube video, you can pause the video, you can scroll back, you can take a screenshot, you can do anything. Again, the link always works. Keep in mind, please check your spelling of the link. The link always works. There's never a time where the link is not working. So Amya Shreya, like I said, again, this is a YouTube video. You can scroll back, you can pause, you can do anything. Okay, so you don't have to worry about it. Okay. Again, like I said, this is a YouTube video, guys. You can pause the video, you can scroll back, you can watch it again. Okay, this is a YouTube video. Yes, Nishant, many people have told me, guys, that I look like a fat Carrie Minati. I take it as a compliment. But I'm tall, like I'm 6 feet. So Carrie Minati, I think so, is like 5'2" or 5'4". I don't know the exact height, but he looks a bit smaller. Okay. Why is this particular person coming again and again to our website? Okay, does he has no other work to do? Okay. Again, like I said, it's a YouTube video. You can pause the video, you can scroll back. Okay, you can do that. Don't worry about it. Yeah, I have 2 accounts on LinkedIn. One is like my private account and one is the public account. I will be closing down my private account. I will just be using the public account itself. Okay. So date is when the bootcamp started. The date that is written in the attendance form is when the bootcamp started. Okay. Uh, Arun Kumar, you can definitely join the batch. I think so in the 30th batch, we still have 10 seats remaining. So you can definitely join that. Don't worry about it. Okay. Yes, the link will be open till midnight. Okay. The link will be open to midnight. I hate CSS. Why not we all switch to Tailwind CSS? Because first you need to learn CSS, then you need to learn Bootstrap CSS, then you will be able to understand Tailwind CSS in its entirety. Okay, so that is the entire thing. Okay. Again, this is a YouTube video, guys. You can pause the video, you can scroll back the video to find the attendance link. Okay. Okay. So please help in our first bootcamp project as we are facing Node-MON app crash error. How do we resolve it? You will have to reinstall all your packages, all the npm packages. Just refresh the browser, reinstall all the packages. That would work. And please check if you have made any type of module error inside your code, any type of typing error. Okay, please check that as well. Again, guys, it will be great to see you guys connecting us on LinkedIn or else on Instagram as well. It will be great to connect with you. Do go through all our posts, be interactive with the post as well. It will be amazing to connect with you. Okay, don't worry about it. Can we use Tailwind instead of Bootstrap in the projects? No, because first you need to understand Bootstrap to be able to understand Tailwind. And we don't have enough time to cover both of them. Okay. Okay, guys, you can leave. I've already given you the attendance thing for today. You can definitely leave right now. You don't need to sit right over here. The attendance thing always works. You don't have to worry about it. Your most disliked language, according to the me, that should be Java. I just don't like Java. That's why I use C++ for competitive programming. I just don't like Java. I don't know why, but like because I've already always learned C++ from the start. That is why I don't like Java at the end of the day. Okay. Can we have data webinars related to data structures and algorithms? Sure, Karthik, we will definitely try to arrange that as well. Don't worry about it. I will definitely. Like, we have planned something for the end of the month, like not end of the month, like around next month, 20th. We'll have one boot camp on C++ and a bit on like linked list or something like that. So let's try to aim for it. Okay. So in our backend web development project, check authentication redirects every time to login page, even if the email and password is correct. Please resolve this. In the video, I guess it was working fine. If it is working fine in the video, then that's to like that will work. Okay. So just look at the video itself. How to add video in our website, that you can do through a link. Okay. The link what you'll be using, the iframe link. Okay, the iframe tag that you'll be using. Okay. I will just embed the video on your website. Bhai, I will struggle in doing DSA and web development. Any suggestions how to maintain? Take a fixed timings. Okay, when you are doing both of them together, take a fixed time. So just set a fixed time. So I will do DSA from 6 to 8, and then I will do web development from 8:30 to 10:30. Fixed times will help you on a routine basis, because see, programming, any type of programming, whether it be DSA, whether it be web development, whether it be CB, it is all about persistence, hard work, and being regular. Okay, and being regular every single day. If you fix up a time, just set up an alarm. As soon as that alarm goes off, find a laptop, just start doing it. Okay, that will help you guys to get better in that. Okay. Why Python is best? So if you're going into the data science field, only then learn Python. Okay, if you're going into the web development field, stick to JavaScript. Okay. How much coffee is required to become a web developer? So it is like proportionate to how much coding that you're doing. So if you are coding for 6 hours, then I guess like half a liter of coffee is more than sufficient. Half a liter to like 1 liter of coffee every single day. That was my goal, and you should be coding for at least 6 hours a day. That is my suggestion to you guys. Okay. So we will meet tomorrow, guys. The PPTs that I'm currently using will be shared only on the Discord channel. The Discord channel is down the link down below. The PPTs will be shared only on the Discord channel. So thank you so much, guys, for being here. We will meet tomorrow and we will have an awesome time. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you.